It's the Las Vegas Grand Prix, but miniature. Hello everybody and welcome to the Miniature Las Vegas Grand Prix mod here in Assetto Corsa as we are about to pilot Carlos Sainz Ferrari, hopefully to the top step of the podium and make up for a manhole cover ruining his, of course, early part of the weekend in IRL. Now as we dive down into turn 1 and you immediately see, exactly what I mean when we talk about a Miniature Las Vegas. It is tiny. It is going to be very quick lap times here now, but there is no room for error because we have, well, normal sized Formula 1 cars, and you can see there's room for about 2 car widths, and that's it. If they're side by side in front of you, you're stuck. And look at this, Russell and Stroll coming together, and I'm of course going to get caught up in it now and land Stroll's shenanigans right there. We get back rolling the chicane. You got to be really careful through here. You see the miniature Las Vegas sphere as we continue on now towards the sweeping section. It is so easy to hit things in this miniature version of this racetrack. I mean, look at me, I'm all over the place now as we get ready to head to the Las Vegas Strip. How big is the strip here in the miniature version? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just over 10 seconds to get to the end of the strip now as we have a huge stack up into the back of Stroll, and it's a pile up here. We got the big one, and you can see one of the AlphaTauris off right there. That was Daniel Ricciardo, so we move through into P12, no safety car. We continue on behind Sergio Perez as we end the opening lap, and that last corner is very difficult here on a small scale Las Vegas circuit. Now, we have 15 laps of racing with the Gran Turismo HUD. It doesn't count the laps, but it's in the top of the screen at the very center. You can see lap 2 of 15. Perez having issues going back onto the strip for the second time. DRS open. He lets us have at it. We go through into P11 now, and we can go and try and run down Charles Leclerc, who is in the barrier with Lando Norris, and that's going to be probably night over for Leclerc, our teammate now, as I'm all over the place. That opens the door for Perez. We're wheel to wheel through the final corner. No lift from Perez, and he's going to cut us off into turn 1 and take the position right there. So back down to 10th place. Perez here to fight, and he screws up again, going back onto the strip for the third lap of this race. We're going to fight this time. However, Perez decides he's going to fight as well. We're going to go the long way around here into the braking zone. We have the edge on him into the corner. Perez is going to run us wide and off into the barrier. He just ran me off, mate. You hear the raw anger, the emotion in the radio after getting ran off into the barrier by Perez. Now I'm tired of Perez. At this point, Perez, after the first red flag, we're ready to roll again now. 5 laps or so we're done, so we take 5 laps off, and now it's 10 laps of racing here in Vegas. We were about 12th or so at the end of that. Actually, I think we were like 10th, but nonetheless, we restart about P12 alongside the Williams here now, as you were going to see everybody getting nice and steady through here, as it was very clean up the inside of, well, Perez now, as we're not done with him. He's going to run into us again. This guy is insane. I mean, we continue to have little tussles with Checo now, as we have to ride behind him here through the sphere section, the sphere chicane, I like to call it now, as we are just trying to really set him up for the Las Vegas Strip, which he, again, just cannot get through to save his life. So we'll swing back to the right side, and job done. Perez for the second time lets us have it. This time, hopefully, it is officially our position, and we can run away from Checo now as we go into the braking zone. I played it pretty defensive in there. I didn't trust him. I thought he was going to try and send it up my inside. So up at a P11, just outside the points here. Now that final corner is insane IRL on the normal scale. It's insane on the miniature version as well here, as we close in on the Williams in front, and we close in on a bunch of cars. Looks like there's some issues here. Esteban Ocon has retired. Everybody's going still now, as we're right to the back of the McLaren. A little tap to the rear wing, and just about getting ran wide by the Williams. Now as we head towards the sphere chicane again, we continue on, and wow, okay, they're not gonna make it easy on us. They're gonna bulldoze right through me. Okay, hold on, buddy, get yourself out of here. Oh my, I did not mean to do that. A NASCAR style bump and run in Formula 1 does not quite work, but it worked out for me, so that's really all that matters here. Up into P10, trying to run down the cars again in front of us now. I mean, look at everybody struggling right here. Norris as well, Fernando Alonso, we're going to pass him. We'll look to the right side of Yuki Tsunoda as we dive down the end of the strip in towards the braking zone, and job well done up at a P7. We got a 3-for-1 special right there as we continue to drive away. Big problems there, huge problems. Up and over we go, F1 says no safety car, we're keeping it going, so we get back rolling. We're P5, and Alonso's gonna slip through in front of myself there in the Aston Martin. I'm slipping and sliding all over the place at this point now, trying to keep things under control, keep those tires from overheating. Gasly now out of the Grand Prix in the Alpine as Alonso's hitting everything he can at this point. Look at him, he's struggling very hard. We'll go back to the right side, and just like Perez earlier, he's not going to give this one up. He's going to fight it down the strip. Here we go. And even in the miniature version, this is still a heck of a lengthy straightaway. I remembered what happened with Perez earlier and reacted on it because Alonso would have put me right in the barrier right there as we go into the corner. Oh my goodness, Alonso's dead. Red flag number 2. We're going to get back rolling, and it's going to be 5 laps to go here from this Las Vegas Grand Prix. We're up to 3rd place at this point following that. Right behind the Alpine now, as I didn't get a look. Was that Ocon or Gasly? I'm not 100% sure, but nonetheless, we escape in 3rd place, so we'll take that now as we try to follow. We at least know they're French, I can tell you that much here now. As look at the Haas struggling in the chicane, everybody's struggling. We're going to swing back to the right side. 2nd place, can we win the miniature Las Vegas Grand Prix and put Ferrari on top, unlike what they were able to do in real life? A big bold send up the inside. Oh my goodness, Nico Hülkenberg still in search of his first podium in Formula 1. Might make it happen here in miniature Las Vegas now. As hold on a second, the 2 Red Bulls have crashed. They're a lap down and they're both in the way. Perez and Verstappen, don't mind if I do. We take the lead, but for the show, we wait on them to catch us because, you know, like Nico Rosberg said in like 2016, half of me or part of me thinks about the show as well. So we've got to make it interesting now. We let them run us down as we close in towards these final few laps. Just 3 laps to go into turn 1, and I was chasing the car into the corner. We go wide, and there goes Nico Hülkenberg back to the lead of this Vegas Grand Prix now, as we're going to try and stick with him, put some pressure on him in these closing moments of this race now, right to the back of that Haas, who, of course, Haas wants to be on the podium for the first time ever, as we come to 2 laps to go. Hülkenberg hits the barrier. I hit the barrier, even worse, and we go for a bit of a ride. Thank God that damage is turned off for this race, as it would have been a miserable end for us. But 2 laps to go down the strip. Here's our opportunity to gain some time on Hülkenberg and make a move here. Now the goal is to outbrake him and take the lead on the end of the strip. We're going to swing to the left. We've hit him. We've ruined his chances of a podium in Formula 1, and we're going to hit him when he's down. Swing it back around. Nice rhyme right there. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. Isn't that what the saying is? I can't remember now. But nonetheless, I've absolutely ruined Hülkenberg's day, and it's now, I believe, a McLaren out in front. Not sure if it's Norris or Piastri, but we got Yuki Tsunoda right here in front of us to chase down. What a race Miniature Vegas has produced. I don't know if it's quite as good as the IRL race in Vegas, which was pretty spectacular at points as well. But here into the Sphere chicane for the final time, trying to close in. I don't think the win is in the books for us now, but you know what? 2nd place is a very realistic objective here, especially focusing in on the Las Vegas Strip on this final lap. Really one of the very few passing opportunities. Here we go, and it's a decent exit. It could have been a lot worse for Tsunoda. We're going to slipstream him down the short strip, and I'm going to lunge it into this braking zone and just send it. Here we go up the inside, and I've gone way too deep, and we've already thrown it away, and there goes the podium. And I mean, in typical Ferrari fashion, this time it was the Ferrari driver, Hamilton, I believe that is right there, just slipped through. He's going to get 3rd. It's going to be the McLaren winning, and we're going to come home in P4 as we, of course, come across in crashing fashion. That's the Miniature Las Vegas Grand Prix. I'll see you guys next time.